Support us, your national parks, the defenders of your environment. Join us. Remember, our cause is yours. The first land and sea park in the world is yours. Heritage. Here it is. When was the last time you gasped at our scenery, gotten lost in the depth of our reefs, or even awed at the green of the leaves of our trees? Don't hesitate to donate and volunteer. Don't hesitate to care. We are here for you. The Bahamas National Trust, BNT. 3 letters that spell out simply, perfectly, and undoubtedly that we are yours.
At Fort Montague, I'm Opal Roach. This is ZNS.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, a new report showing strong gains in the Bahamian economy. A new national health plan unveiled. Food, wine, and culinary delights at this year's Bahamas Culinary Festival. In sports, Bahamas loses a tough game at Caribbean Baseball Cup. The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition starts now. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Good evening, I'm Desmond Saunders. Thanks for joining us. Police on the scene of a deadly shooting incident on West End Avenue and Market Street. Reports reaching our newsroom say a male has been shot and killed. This is a developing story. We will have more in a later newscast. 25-year-old male remains in serious condition in hospital following an overnight shooting in the capital at a private residence off East Street. Police say around 7 p.m. Friday, the victim, while outside a home on Enia Street, was approached by a lone gunman who opened fire, shooting him multiple times about the body before fleeing the area. The victim sustained multiple gunshot wounds to the upper body and was transported to a hospital. Investigations continue. A local church doing its part to deter at-risk youth from criminality. Mount Pleasant Green Baptist Church introducing a new youth program for the inner city that will empower Bahamian men with important life skills for success. The church held a conflict resolution seminar for close to 100 young boys on Friday. Senior pastor of Mount Pleasant Green Baptist Church is Bishop Wesley Thompson.
We are introducing to this community a program that is dubbed Let Us Dream Again, designed to focus on youths who may be considered at risk. Now, when we use the word at risk, we have to identify what is considered to be a youth at risk, which is someone who basically don't have the life-changing skills, social values, moral values, interpersonal skills, academic and vocational training. And so I believe that every young man that has been placed on Planet 8 was given the gift by God. And when these social skills, the various skills that I outline are not activated in a young man's life, he is a disaster.
Well, switching gears, the Bahamas National Statistical Institute second quarter 2024 foreign trade report shows that the value of commodities imported into the country increased by 25%. The findings highlight that imports rose mainly in machinery, mechanical equipment, and transport equipment, the type of equipment used in construction and development projects. Machinery and transport equipment, the largest contributor to imports, totaling some $325 million. Deputy Chairman of the Bahamas Trade Commission, Senator Barry Griffin, says the 25% jump in imports shows the strength of the current economy.
Which shows that we're importing a lot more of those machinery, which indicates that the construction sector is quite robust right now. The figures also show us that there's a decrease in the exports of those machineries. So if a lot of people don't know, projects around the world would import these types of machineries, use it for the projects, then it's exported to somewhere else in the world that's using that type of machinery. So the fact that we're also keeping that machinery here in the country much longer also shows that it's a robust construction sector going on right now. So for us, that is an indication of the underlying strength of the Bahamian economy.
Now, other categories contributing significantly to total imports were food and live animals, manufactured goods, classified chiefly by materials and other manufactured articles, with a combined total of $530 million, or 39% of total imports.
The data would show us that there's an increase in the import of food products and other similar products. So for us, that was fully expected. We've been trumpeting the tourism numbers for over a year now, and so now the import numbers are finally pairing up. So because of more people in our borders, there's a need to feed these people and otherwise service these people in our borders. So that's the increase in the imports. And one final thing, what is also interesting in the numbers is that we see the imports have increased in islands such as Abaco, Bimini, Exuma, and Long Island. So that shows increased consumption on those islands, which again is an indication that there's increased economic activity on those islands.
The recent census report also showing a spike in the number of dwelling units available for residents and visitors across the country. By definition, a dwelling unit is one or more rooms for or designed for residential use by one or more individuals with cooking, living, sleeping, and sanitary facilities, and specifically excludes accommodation for tourists. The census data reveals 144,128 dwelling units in the Bahamas, and on Census Day, April 4th, 2022, 119,138 dwelling units were occupied and 24,990 were vacant. Bahamas National Statistical Institute's Assistant Director Kimberly Roll has the breakdown.
Between 2010 and 2022, there was an increase of 17,635 dwelling units, a 13.9% increase. The number for vacant dwellings increased from 23,631 in 2010 to 24,990 in 2022, a 5.8% increase. New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Eleuthera accounted for more than half of the vacant dwellings, 62.6%. The remaining 37.4% of vacant dwellings were located on the other family islands.
Still to come, a new health plan unveiled that will give Bahamians critical health care services. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. There's more after this.
Experience the difference with BTC's fixed services. Whether you're working from home or enjoying family time, BTC ensures you're always in touch with the people and moments that count. BTC isn't just a service, it's a lifestyle. Stay connected, stay inspired, and live your best life. BTC.
I find your
red kidney bean with coconut milk to be absolutely wonderful. The flavor within the coconut milk just make the rice stand out even more.
It's been 30 years, and for as long as I've known you, I've always enjoyed your products, especially your coconut water. It's the closest thing to getting it fresh out of the coconut itself. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for this delicious coconut water. It's the best on the market.
JBI coconut water has always been my choice of coconut water because it's just the closest thing to the natural thing. They're always on stock, and I love it.
Try JBI.
Happy anniversary, JBI.
Congratulations on your 30th year.
Happy anniversary, JBI.
Thank you, Bahamas.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness unveiling its National Health Adaptation Plan that seeks to ensure Bahamians receive critical health care in the face of climate change. The plan unveiled or revealed during a small reception at the Margaritaville Resort, West Bay Street, Acting Director of Public Health, Dr. Philip Swan.
The foregoing provides an indication of the preparedness work undertaken to ensure that the Bahamas' health sector has a costed strategy and plan to guide how the health sector would prepare for the human health effects of climate change and health, while at the same time seeking avenues to reduce its contribution to the same.
Now, the 200-page document will dictate how health practitioners carry out their work while dealing with increasing temperatures and more frequent and devastating storms, while also lessening the country's already small contribution to global warming. Health and Wellness Minister, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, believes the plan is one of great importance and will take effect in the next 10 years.
The new plan reflects our collaborative efforts across multiple ministries. I want you to know this is not only the Ministry of Health. This is multi-ministerial government agencies, private sector partners, including civil society. The successful implementation of Health Adaptation Plan, according to our calculations from our consultants, will cause the Bahamas over the next 10 years some $127 million to implement. Recognizing that most of this funding cannot be solely from the national budget, the government is actively pursuing grant funding and assessing global climate funding mechanisms.
Healthcare professionals taking part in a one-day workshop meant to raise their level of awareness about the seriousness and alarming frequency of hospital-acquired infections. It comes as part of events marking Infection Prevention and Control Week. Corville Pyfrom has more.
Hospital-acquired infections are a major health problem with significant impact on morbidity, mortality, and quality of life. However, a large proportion of these infections are preventable through effective infection prevention and control. This very issue pushed to the fore this week at the first ever National Infection Prevention and Control Workshop.
Infection prevention and control is not merely a collection of guidelines. It is the very heartbeat of a safe and resilient healthcare system.
Public Hospitals Authority Managing Director Dr. Aubanet Roll encouraging healthcare professionals to embrace the fundamentals of infection prevention and control, noting its importance to the welfare of both providers and patients.
It is the bedrock upon which we ensure that our hospitals and clinics remain sanctuaries of healing, not sources of harm.
The workshop brought together more than 50 healthcare professionals from both the public and private healthcare systems for sessions on prevention of infectious diseases in healthcare institutions, sterilization of equipment, and environmental cleaning and hospital hygiene.
It is important for us to always be mindful of the use of antibiotics, both at a local level and even at the hospital level, because we sometimes find with antimicrobial resistance, when we bring out the big guns, sometimes they're not responsive, and that means a very serious condition for the patient who's ill.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corville Pyfrom.
Well, Nassau, Bahamas climbs the top of the list for popular Thanksgiving destinations for 2024. The survey conducted by U.S.-based Allianz Partners, a travel and tourism insurance company. The company reviewed more than 750,000 travel itineraries for the Thanksgiving holiday season. The survey showed that Americans traveling internationally are trading traditional turkey stuffing and pumpkin pie for warm weather and fruit cocktails as they head to their favorite beach destinations for this year's Thanksgiving celebrations. Nassau, Bahamas, Montego Bay, Jamaica, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, Aruba, and Mexico listed as the top destinations for holiday Thanksgiving travel. Some good news for the Bahamas. Scores of food lovers and wine connoisseurs from around the world in the capital this weekend for this year's Bahamas Culinary Arts Food Festival at Bahamar. Mauritian Burrows has more.
The Bahamas has long been associated with the word paradise for its breathtaking oceans and beautiful people. But with the third annual Bahamar Culinary Arts Festival taking place this weekend, it's safe to say the word paradise has expanded to include culinary culture as well. With a lineup of international chefs ready to tantalize taste buds and electrifying performances from superstars like Rod Stewart, meant to keep the party going all night, this year's Jamboree is certainly a treat for everyone. Robert Sands, Senior Vice President of Administration and External Relations of Bahamar, says that this year's event, estimated to bring in thousands of people to its grounds, not only highlights culinary arts, but also the strength of the Bahamian economy.
It draws attention to the Bahamas and Bahamar, and it shows our diversification. And it is also a reason for people to come at a time when we need business the most. These events will help drive and define culture in the Bahamas as well. And we are very happy with this very good turnout this evening.
With live food demonstrations and exotic cuisine, chefs such as Chef Ken of Katsuya Japanese Restaurant says that working with his team to bring attendees delicious dishes makes all of the preparation worthwhile.
So today we did a whole bluefin tuna demo. We carved a 250-pound tuna. Everyone loved it. They came out. We cut it in front of them. We sliced sashimi. We made sushi in front of them, and they loved it.
Attendees from all across the globe shared pure delight and no desire to leave the festival grounds anytime soon.
Everything's awesome so far. The food is amazing, amazing. You gotta come next year. Definitely be here next year.
Yeah, I came over just for this event, and I'm in Miami. I think it's really well organized.
I think what also make it a great event is that it's infused with Bahamian food as well.
And even though the exquisite food and stunning decorations are very impressive, guests still agree that one thing makes the festival a must-visit.
Bahamians, that's the richest part of being here, is the people are so friendly and genuine and kind and jovial.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Mauritian Burrows.
There's more after this.
Bahamas, are you ready? Keep the vibe alive. Music group, along with Alpha Sounds, present the best of the best. Rake and Scrape Explosion Reloaded. This is the biggest one-day all-Bahamian concert of the year. Featuring KB, D-Mac, Abby, Mama D, Fan Sean, Shine 242, The Falcon, and more. Mark your calendars. It's going down November the 2nd at Super Club Races Ground. Tickets now available at BahamasEtickets.com or both Beauty Shack location. General admission $60. VIP, Skybox, and Skypods also available. For more info, call 394-0819 or email keepthevibealive242@gmail.com. Experience the magic once again with more legends for one night only. Come party with us November 2nd at Best of the Best. Rake and Scrape Explosion Reloaded.
A decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
Hi, I'm Brent Burrows, Vice President of Retail and Sales at CBS Bahamas and the CBS Pro Store. Not only do we guarantee the best prices on all your favorite building materials, we're proud to offer the best delivery program in all of Nassau. Whether you buy one box of screws or a truckload of plywood, island-wide delivery is just $5. And for our Family Island customers, we're proud to offer complimentary drop-off to the mailboat of your choice. Visit us today at the CBS Pro Store on Robinson Road and check out our website to set up your next delivery.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
The ZNS Total Sports Report is brought to you by the 6th Caribbean Baseball Cup. 6 days of high-level competition, October 23rd to 28th.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sports on this Saturday. I'm Charles Fisher. The Bahamas Baseball Cup rolling right along. The Bahamas in action last night. For how they did, let's check in with Marcellus Hall.
Well, as we move into day 4 here at the Andre Rogers Baseball Diamond, 6th Caribbean Baseball Cup continuing, and it has been a bit of a mixed bag for Team Bahamas. After a pretty good start to the tournament on day 1, beating the U.S. Virgin Islands 3-1, they've now lost 2 straight games following last night's game as they went up against the squad from Curacao. Disappointing performance again for the Bahamas. They fell behind early, in fact, trailed by 9 runs, 9-0 before Deshaun Knowles with a home run to the right field gave the Bahamas their only run of the ball game. They would eventually lose 11-1 the final score. Game stopped in the 5th inning by way of the mercy rule. So the Bahamas now 1-2 in tournament play. They'll have to try and right the ship tonight, facing off against a tough team this evening. They will go up against Curacao. This is going to be very interesting to see if indeed they can get this done, because it does not get any easier. Correction, they'll play against Cuba tonight in a game that will certainly be very difficult for the Bahamas team, but they do remain confident that they can get it done. Cuba coming your way this evening here at the Andre Rogers Baseball Diamond. The Bahamas trying to get back on the winning track, now 1-3 in tournament play. Reporting here for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Marcellus Hall.
Well, Ashley Riley is a part of the National Youth Guard and is a volunteer with the Learn to Swim program at the University of the Bahamas. How did she get involved first with the National Guard?
It was a program for young Bahamians or young kids to get a part of instead of being out in the streets. So the Prime Minister initiated this program for us young kids to be a part, to help out in the communities like hurricanes, disasters, stuff like that.
The Learn to Swim program teaches students from primary government schools how to swim. For her, it's been a joy helping out.
It's been really, really good helping some of the kids, because some came out like they don't know how to swim, but by us helping out and volunteering, it teaches them how to swim, exercise themselves by school-wise, giving them a free period in between, and to help them just to free their mindsets for this half a period of time. Because I get to help kids, and it's in me to do more things in the life as being a part of the National Youth Guard to get myself out there as well.
And how does she feel about the Learn to Swim initiative?
I feel like it's a good program for the schools and for the kids as well. Like I said, it helps them for a free period, and it helps them to swim, teach them certain things that they didn't know. So I think it's really good that they initiated this program for these young kids.
Great effort there by Ashley. That's going to do it for Sports Saturday. I'm Charles Fisher. Thanks for watching.
The ZNS Total Sports Report has been brought to you by the 6th Caribbean Baseball Cup. Get your tickets now, online or at the Andre Rogers Stadium.
Good to glow. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
World Food Day was recognized globally on October 16th by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations under the theme, The Right to Food for a Better Life and a Better Future. Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources Jomo Campbell recently paid a visit to Columbus Primary for World Food Day to speak to the youngsters about the importance of food and how it affects our lives, communities, and ultimately our planet.
Did you know that many people around the world do not have enough food to eat on a daily basis? And even some people right here in our own country. In fact, millions of people are hungry and don't have access to the healthy food they deserve. And this is where you and I can make a difference.
World Food Day was recognized globally on October 16th by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations under the theme, The Right to Food for a Better Life and Better Future. Minister Campbell tells the kids how they can play a part in achieving this goal.
Firstly, by being educated. This means that we should start by learning about the different types of food and where they come from. Secondly, support your local farmers. Encourage your parents to purchase fresh fruits and vegetables from the local farmers in your communities. Thirdly, let us try to waste less food.
The minister and other ministry officials also paid a visit to R.M. Bailey Senior High School, Anatole Rogers High School, and D.W. Davis Junior High School, where students received a first-hand account of what it's like to pursue a career in food production. Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
What are we gonna do? We forgot your daddy's birthday. He's in Eleuthera and we're all the way in Nassau. You got it? Okay. Yes, you're right.
Eleuthera for tomorrow? No problem.
You've got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
Hardware is the helpful place. Everything you need under one roof. From electrical, paint, plumbing, outdoor, barbecue, automotive, lawn and garden, pet supply, houseware, and seasons. Hurricane season is now here. So for all your hurricane needs, we have a 25% off bargain zone.
Hey, thanks. I would have given more stuff, but I didn't bring my money. I thought this was a club, and I thought everything was free. Finally know what it is now. Ace.
We're located on St. Albans Drive, West Bay Street. Open Monday to Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and closed for lunch 2 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Desmond. We have just a few clouds. Temperature at 84 degrees. Your relative humidity 62%. The winds out of the northeast at 9 miles per hour. Your barometric pressure 1,020.4 millibars. That's 30.13 inches, and the pressure is falling. Temperatures around the islands this evening: 80 degrees in Marsh, Abaco, Green, Tulkey, and Freeport, Grand Bahama. The Berry Islands 81. Alistown, Bimini at 80 degrees. Over in Harper Island 79. 84 in Rock Sound, Eleuthera. Fresh Creek, Central Andros at 83 degrees, 84 in San Salvador, Rumkey 82 degrees, Georgetown, Exuma at 84. Taking you further south, Ragged Island, Clarence Island, and Crooked Island all reporting 83 degrees, 85 in Betsy Bay, that's Mayaguana, Acklands 81, Batchitown, Unago 81, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 84 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight through Sunday, northeast-east winds, they'll speeds 12 to 18 knots, the wave heights 3 to 6 feet, so caution flags are in place for boaters in the northwestern islands. Now your low tide, that will occur at 11 tonight with another low tide at 11:14 tomorrow morning, and for the central and southeastern islands also through Sunday, northeast-east winds increasing 15 to 25 knots, those wave heights building 5 to 8 feet over the ocean, so we're putting an advisory in place for small craft, both in the central and southeastern islands through tomorrow. And our satellite pictures are showing high pressure continues to dominate the weather across the islands, but we continue to keep our eyes on this area of energy here in the Caribbean Sea. You could see some thunderstorm activity just on the east coast of the Yucatan Peninsula, and this is the area that we anticipate some development could take place by the end of the month or the early part of next week. And our forecast tonight, partly cloudy, still on the windy side with a low temperature of 73 degrees. And tomorrow, it's going to be windy again, but you're going to have a mixed bag of clouds and sunshine with a high temperature reaching 84 degrees. And your extended weather forecast, nice weather through tomorrow, but come Monday, we'll see some clouds in the forecast. On Tuesday, 1 or 2 showers are popping up, particularly in the afternoon hours. Some of that will carry over into Wednesday with skies clearing as we head into Thursday. Temperature-wise, pretty nice temperatures. They're in the mid-80s for the most part until we hit about Thursday when things will climb, getting up to about 87 degrees. Desmond.
That ends the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching. Have a good night.
At Rusty Bethel Drive, I'm Faisal Forbes. This is ZNS.